Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video I will be unboxing this latest phone from Infinix, that's the Infinix Hot 7. Now this phone is priced at 8,000 rupees and it is sold exclusively online on flipkart.com, and it's available in two colors, black and blue, and we have the blue color with us right now. So without any further delays, let's just get on with the unboxing. So guys, here's the box, and the box packaging looks pretty similar to the Infinix Smart 3 Plus, which we've unboxed like 2 months ago. So on the front it says Infinix, and on the side we have Hot 7, and at the bottom we have the storage information like 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, along with a big shout out for the AI quad camera, which is supposed to be the highlighting feature of this phone. Now here's a quick preview of how the phone looks on the sides, and on the back we have the most highlighting features, which I'll talk about in a minute. Now without any further delays, let's just get on with the unboxing. So here we have it. So once we open the box, we have the phone at the top with once again the most highlighting features. Let me just put that aside for now. Next we have a separator. Next we have a micro USB charging cable, followed by SIM card ejector and the 10 watts power adapter. Next we have some documentation, X Club, that's a super app. Next we have service information and quick start guide. Next we have a hard plastic case with a cool design on the back, which once again looks pretty similar to the Smart 3 Plus. Now the final thing in the box would be the screen guard. I wish it came pre-applied. So guys, now let me put everything aside and come back to the phone. Now we are back to the phone, and on the front we have the sticker with the highlighting features like the quad lens, full view display, 4000 mAh battery and octa-core processor. Let me just remove that. And on the back we also have another sticker with some information, IMEI numbers. Let me just remove that as well. And now this is how the phone looks on the back, and this is how it looks on the front. So guys, now let's have a quick physical overview. So on the back this phone has supposedly a unibody metal design, but in fact it just has a metal back with two plastic strips at the top and bottom for antennas. At the top you got the dual camera setup with a dual LED flash. Beside that it has the fingerprint scanner with Infinix branding, and at the bottom it says Hot, designed by Infinix. Now on the front you got that massive display with a pretty huge notch at the top. Now inside that notch we got the dual camera setup with a front facing flash, and above that it has the earpiece. Now below the display it's completely plain, but the chin is pretty big. Now for the sides, on the right side you get the power and volume buttons made of metal. They have a nice clicky feel to it, but I wish they were slightly more elevated. At the top it is completely plain. On the left side you get the SIM card tray housing 2 nano SIM slots along with a dedicated SD card slot. Finally at the bottom we have the speaker grill on the left side, followed by the micro USB charging port, primary microphone and the 3.5mm audio jack. Now with all these things built together, this phone has a thickness of 7.9mm and weighs 159 grams. In hand it feels pretty sleek and weighs pretty lightweight as well. Now for the rest of the specifications, on the rear it has a dual camera setup with a 13 megapixel camera with f1.8 aperture and a 2 megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing. Even on the front you get a dual camera setup with a 13 megapixel primary camera with f2.0 aperture and a 2 megapixel secondary camera to take better portrait selfies. It's got a 6.19 inch IPS display with HD plus resolution, 500 nits of brightness and 269 ppi. It has got 83% screen to body ratio, and the bezels are quite big at the bottom and especially near the notch. Now under the hood this phone sports a MediaTek Helio P20 processor with Mali T880 MP2 GPU. It's an octa-core processor built using 16nm manufacturing process with a maximum clock frequency of 2.6 GHz. Finally powering all this is a 4000 mAh battery. So guys, this is how the phone looks with the free case on. It's just a hard bumper case, it's nothing more. It's even slippery, it doesn't even help you with the grip. So for the first few days, this phone can help you avoid some scratches. But in the long run, I will suggest you to get a better case. Now with that said, let me turn on the phone and set it up and come back to you in a second. So guys, this is how the phone looks once we turn it on. This is your default launcher, this is your default home screen, and you can do a swipe up gesture to check out all the apps that are installed on your phone. And as you can see, there is a bit of bloatware right out of the box, but you can uninstall them just by doing this. And now that application will be uninstalled. Anyway, now let's check out the free RAM information. So out of that 4GB of RAM, right out of the box you get about 1.2GB of RAM free, which is pretty less if you ask me. Now let's check out the storage information. So out of that 64GB of space, you get about 54GB of space for your user apps and user data. Now let's check out the about page. So this phone is running XOS version 5.0 and it is based on Android 9.0, that's Android Pie, with the June security patch. Now let's check out the camera interface. So this is the interface for the rear camera, and by default it is in the AI camera mode. and there is no normal mode, like we can't disable the AI mode on this phone. I wish they gave us the option. Now on the left side we have the video recording mode. We can record video in 1080p, that's the maximum resolution. Next we have the beauty mode for the rear camera. Next we have bokeh mode, that's portrait shot for the rear camera. And finally we have AR shot for the front facing camera. Now let's check out the front camera. So even for the front camera, it has a dedicated AI camera mode, and once again we can't disable the AI mode. Now even for the front camera video recording, we can record video in 1080p. Once again we have beauty mode followed by portrait selfies, and finally we have AR shot, which simply puts stickers like this onto your face and takes some pretty cool pictures. So this one looks pretty funny, and these are some sample pictures. So it's not perfect, it's just something funny. So guys, this is the camera interface, and now these are some sample pictures. So guys, now let's test the speaker loudness. So guys, as you have just heard, speaker on this phone is surprisingly pretty loud, probably the best speaker in terms of loudness under 10,000 rupees. It should be great for media consumption, ringtones and alarms without any doubts. Now with that said, let's test the fingerprint scanner. I've already set it up, so here we go. Fingerprint scanner is pretty fast. It's probably taking like half a second to just unlock the phone. It's still not as fast as Oppo Vivo phones, but still pretty fast. It's definitely usable. Now let's test face unlock feature. As usual, I've already set it up, so here we go. Even face unlock is working pretty well in good lighting conditions. It's probably taking like half a second or a second to unlock the phone. So there you go. Now I'm gonna put on my glasses and see if it works. And even with my glasses on, it's able to unlock pretty quickly. Now let's test it in low lighting conditions. Even in low lighting conditions, it is pretty fast. So guys, that was face unlock. Now coming back to the phone itself, there is one interesting feature on this phone that's called freeze. So if there is any application that you don't use frequently, say like MI Store or any photo editing application that you might not use frequently, then you can freeze all those applications using this feature. And once you freeze those applications will not be allowed to run in the background. So it helps with saving some battery life, and you'll have a much more smoother experience. And when you want to use them, you can just open them with just a click of a button. So this is a pretty cool feature that's available only on this phone and even on Techno phones, I guess. So definitely do give it a try. Now before I conclude, these are the Antutu benchmark scores. So guys, this is the Infinix Hot 7. At a price tag of 8,000 rupees, do you think this is the best choice? Do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you are planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description, it always helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day. See ya.